This perp back with another video, and finally the long-awaited and long-delayed Kanye album Donda has finally dropped on a Sunday. Only Kanye West could drop an album on a Sunday. Man, the rollout for this has been definitely the weirdest by far, but I do appreciate Kanye and the efforts he puts into just rolling out an album. He makes it exciting, frustrating. It's an experience, man. But I do gotta just, I do have some gripes with this album, but it's not nothing crazy or, it doesn't really take away from how I feel about the album overall. But before I get into that, hit that like button, subscribe, follow me on Twitter at PertMinder420, and let's dive in. So there are like 20 something tracks on here, like 26 or 27. This was the most confusing track list I have ever, like, when I'm listening to each one of these songs, like, take for instance the Jay-Z song. Supposedly he took out Jay-Z's verse and replaced it with the baby, but then now it's back on there. And I figured out what he did. He pretty much put the full songs at the end of the album, so they're like kind of bonus tracks. I can understand that, but you could have just replaced those songs with just those songs. I don't know why he did that. It's Kanye. Anyways, all throughout this whole entire album, starting from the Donda chant, which was really fucking weird, I gotta say. Once it gets right into the album, it's really where it's just like, man, you're just lost in the music. Sonically, this is by far Kanye's best sounding album. You know what? I take that back, because there's some songs that don't feel like they're mastered, or just like the Pop Smoke song was really weird. I had to skip that because it just didn't sound right. I don't know what the fuck he was going for with that. That was kind of weird. Overall, though, I just think that this is a really decent album if you really just listen to it. I know it's not going to be for everybody, because some people might not like some of the newer artists, like Playboi Carti is on this a lot. Probably more than people want. But he's to me, I'm not a big Playboi Carti fan. I don't really like his music, but I can understand, like, why he would want to collab with him. And I see a lot of different collabs, like Vori. I'm not a big fan of at all, but the use of his vocals on like something like No Child Left Behind, that song was dope. I really like that. It was short to the point. You don't gotta give him a verse or nothing like that. Just keep it moving. It's really dope. There's some artists on here that I've never heard of, but now with Kanye just kind of giving them, some time to shine, or just a spot on the album is pretty big. Like KC, he was on that song Keep My Spirit Alive, which is definitely one of my favorite songs on this. Let me just kind of run down what I really like about this album as far as the tracks go. I like Hurricane. I like Off the Grid. Off the Grid I thought was really dope, the way Kanye was spitting on there. Kanye was trying really hard to rap on this, and I give him his credit. Even though there were some goofy ass like lines in there, you can expect that for newer Kanye. Like I said, it's not going to be for everybody. This definitely might not be the album or the Kanye album that people want. People continuously want College Dropout, the graduation type Kanye, but he's completely gone away from that sound, but which is fine for me, because I respect that about Kanye. He's willing to try to do something new and not kind of stay stagnant. I think it's okay to experiment with different sounds and whatnot throughout your career, just so as long as you just stay true to your fan base. And Kanye has had the weirdest last 10 years. I think it's just been a weird time for Kanye in music and outside of music, and it's just really interesting to hear this project, and definitely sounds like he put a lot of time into it, even to just the rollout of just doing all those listening parties and putting on these performances and stuff like that. And that's why I feel like you gotta really give Kanye his credit, man. Even though if you don't like him, you gotta still respect like the hustle and just, man, it's really crazy. So another song that I really enjoyed, I like the Moon song. I like Heaven and Hell. I like the Remote Control, because the transition into Remote Control into the Moon is such a weird transition, but it works. Hearing Young Thug and Kanye on a song together, just kind of making a gospel song, it's pretty interesting. It's pretty interesting. I like Thug's verse on here. Like I said, I like Donda, the self-titled track Donda. That was really cool. I like the little inserts he puts in there, like the samples and stuff like that. It's just really dope, man. It comes together really well. I feel like he should kind of clean up the album a little bit as far as the track list, because it's kind of confusing. If somebody just were to just go into just listening to this and they get to like the later half or towards the end of the album, and they see Jail Part 2 and like Jesus Lord Part 2, and just it's like, I just listened to that, but I understand why he put them there. Those are kind of like bonus tracks. Let me know how you guys feel about this album. Did you feel like this was worth the wait? Do you think it was complete trash? Do you think just Kanye should retire? Because I feel like Kanye could still go for as long as he wants to. He could probably go another 10, to be honest. Now, I don't normally do any rankings or gradings or something like that. I just give you my thoughts on the album. This is my first impression. I'm definitely going to be listening to this throughout the day and throughout the week. And I feel like as I listen to it more and more, it's going to grow on me. I really like this album. I enjoy it. Maybe because I'm biased towards Kanye. Even though I can critique a lot of what he does, it's not perfect. I'm not going to sit there and call this a masterpiece, because I feel like that word gets thrown around a lot. But this is a really damn good Kanye album. I would say this was his best album since, My Dark Twisted Fantasy. I think this comes together a lot better than a lot of projects, and I think a lot more people will like this album more than like The Life of Pablo or Cruel Summer or even Jesus is King, stuff like that. Even this definitely is better than Yeezus, in my opinion. Watch the Throne. I hope Watch the Throne 2 comes out. Jay-Z did say Watch the Throne is back, so we might see another Kanye and Jay-Z project somewhere down the line. Till next time, I will see y'all in the next video. Like I said, hit that sub button if you're new. Click the link in the description to check out all my other album reviews and all my other music related topics. Man, I'm looking forward to Drake's album, because this Kanye versus Drake thing is going to be interesting. I'm going to go out on a limb and say Drake's album might be better than this. Although, that's not to say that Kanye doesn't have a potential album of the year. There's still other people about to release music, like Kendrick might release still this year. We gotta wait and see. I will see y'all in the next video. Peace.